Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Expeditions Viking. We are on our way to the Marsh to find out about the various problems that are going on there. We should be fully rested and ready to go. Apparently we have 4 pleased herdsmen. Not sure what that means, but let's head over. Looks like it will be night when we get there, but we did just recently rest. The faint, sickly sweet stench of carrion hangs in the wind. Ahead you see the dark forms of crows flapping eagerly against the pale sky. As you approach, you find signs of battle and blood-soaked soil. Several bodies litter the area, and the dark birds have begun their feast. Let's stay and investigate. You decide to search the area. With raised voices and flailing arms, you chase away the crows, who take wing with raucous protest. Then you set about your grim task. I don't know if that was necessarily appropriate, because crows are supposed to be the eyes of Odin? Yes? Maybe? So chasing them away to loot the battlefield may be seen as sacrilegious or in some way negative to those that worship the gods. Though you search for a while, you find little to implicate who these warriors once were. You do, however, think that you might be able to salvage some of their arms and armor, unless the elements claim good steel and sturdy hide. Roskva dusts off her hands and looks at you, brow furrowed. If you're thinking to take from the dead, you would do well to remember the whites. All that we see here belongs to them. Take if you wish, but do not steal. We will scavenge but leave an offering. You uncover an intact piece of equipment, worn but serviceable. As payment to the spirit of the land, you leave an offering of silver behind. How much? 10 valuables, so 1 silver coin to get a pine bow, and our superstitious followers gain morale. Let's check out this pine bow. It is a good bow. 21 durability, so if we compare it to our own, slightly less damage. I guess slightly less max damage, much better armor piercing, and a much better crit. So we'll take that upgrade and then give this one to Kettle. And I don't think there was anyone else that we had using a bow. Although you were using a bow before we replaced it with the sling, because the sling's pretty good. Oh, I had been thinking about giving Nefia a bow because we're just never going to have her use her knife. It's always better to use her spear. So maybe that's the call. I don't know that we're ever going to have her use her bow much either, but if we're at a distance, it's something to use. This gives +1 morale. Might as well equip it. Alright, that's the only item of question. Huh. Probably should equip some of those on people. Anyway, onwards to the marsh. Arriving at night, probably not the smartest choice, but it's fine. So where are we at now? Aislif is still hesitant. Gunnar is indifferent. Everyone else is pretty good. Another big area to explore. There's a light over there, which means that's probably a good direction to explore. The body of a young woman in the clothes of a thrall. She appears to have floated down the creek until she landed here. Wenger Vetsen. Was that... Yeah, Vrenger. You're the one who caused the fire and might have murdered a woman, is our suspicion. The man in front of you is covered in mud. His lanky physique and watery eyes evoke the image of a drowned rat. You there, friend. Yes, you. You look like a strong, capable sword. Could you help a poor, stranded traveler? Ranger. Surprise flickers across his face. Yes? Having trouble? No, I just felt like tipping my cart into the bog. Your wife told me about what you've done. Capture him, you're coming back to Reeb with me. Stab him, your life ends here, coward. Or just let him go. Run and never show yourself here again. Your wife told me about what you've done. That crazy Bictia. It isn't enough that she set our house on fire, she also sends people after me. Wait, she set the fire? Yes, I only barely managed to escape and flee the city. Just how did you escape with that much? See, that's the good question. You have a cart full of supplies that you barely managed to escape and flee. I don't know, man. How did you manage to escape with that much? Sweat beads on his upper lip and he wipes it away nervously. I was, planning to leave with my bed slave. She was worth less than 12 ore, though. Legally, it was fair game. I may have made mistakes, but do I deserve to die? So, his claim is the wife set the fire. He was already planning on leaving with his slave. His wife caught them, and she set the fire? I'm still curious about the dead person. I mean, maybe the wife stabbed the slave. But then there were also the 2 dead children down there in that basement. And so if that was their home, then was that their own children that she murdered when she set the fire? Because that'd be crazy. I can't just let you go. What then? You're coming back to Reeb with me. Ranger sizes you up for a moment. Then in a blur of motion, he spins around and tries to run. Let him go. It's not worth it. Finesse easy. Grab him, not so fast. Or just shoot him. Grab him, not so fast. You dart forth and clamp onto Vranger's collar. He gives a strangled cry as you jerk him backwards. Wait, and then our only choice is either kill him or let him go? I mean, ideally, I'd like to take him back to the city, hand him and his wife over to the Jarl and say, sort it out. Someone caused the death of a lot of people and tons of property damage. But they're both pointing fingers at the other one. I mean, ultimately, I think his story feels more sketchy. Like, barely managed to escape and flee the city with a cart full of goods. We don't know that his wife was guilty. There's the suspicion based on the dead body in the basement, but that just has a whole ton of questions around it. I mean, whether he was ultimately guilty for the fire or not, I don't know. But certainly he made choices, a string of bad choices that eventually led towards this decision. His wife might also be very guilty. But he's made mistakes as well. Just letting him go, I don't know. There's no right answer here. But okay, your life ends here, coward. Desperation settles like an ugly mask on his features. No, mercy, please. Sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, that's brutal. You slacken your grip on the sacks. Fingers slick with blood. Ranger's eyes stare emptily at the sky, his face affixed in a grimace of horror and pain. His chest is a crimson mess of torn flesh, blood seeping through his filthy clothes and running indifferently into the bog. into the boggy waters in which he lays. And I guess we'll grab the supplies. So next time we're back in town, let's let her know his fate. And it looks like we can't loot the cart. That's already been done. I do see a barrel over there, but no obvious way to get there. Clicking over there had us run that way, so we'll trust that our characters know where they're going. So yeah, there's lights in the forest that are potentially giants, is what we've been told. Kettle holds his hand abruptly, signaling a halt. Quiet. Look there, just ahead. Okay, we see heavily armed people and then 4 others over here that are green, which means they're probably not part of their group. Maybe thralls or other captured prisoners. There are fresh grooves in the mud, and even untrained eyes can pick out the tracks of a sizable group just ahead. You hear the sounds of voices and see the glint of firelight through the trees. Stay hidden. We don't know who they are. We should be careful. You count more than 10 people in the group ahead. As you hide between the brambles, however, you notice that 4 of them are clapped in chains and under guard. Their shoulders are hunched in defeat and their eyes full of fear. Look at their shields and garb, Alfjorn. These are schoolsmen. Well, then I don't have to feel bad about killing them. We can't just leave them there. What should we do? For the time being, you have the element of surprise as you crouch hidden amongst the thorns. We've determined that school and their men are not honorable. So following the honor of going forward and announcing ourselves doesn't feel as necessary. I'm willing to ambush them. We have the advantage. Let's use it. Also, there's 10 men, they said. Most of the hunters are clustered around the campfire. They're talking amongst themselves, but paying special attention to the large man with a scar on his chin and the sinewy woman with a fur collar. Apart from the rest, further from the warming glow, 4 chain thralls are overseen by a miserable-looking hunter. You could take out the leaders, cut the head off the adder, or secure the thralls. We can't let the prisoners come to harm. I would like to save the prisoners. It would be nice if we could also take out their leaders before the fight starts, because otherwise Gunnar's going to go down again. But let's save the thralls. Kettle knocks and draws his bow and takes aim. I can take out the hunter near the thralls before he has a chance to touch them. So we have this bow 1 option. Because we are skilled in the bow, we can take out the handler, or we can let Kettle do it. I wish with this option we could go back to the previous choices here and say, okay, Kettle, you can take them out, and because I'm also trained in a bow, I'll take out one of their leaders. Like, we've got 2 good bow people. Let's take out 2 of the people we want taken out. I'll say I've got him. Hopefully, because I'm taking this shot and the game knows Kettle has bow skill, obviously. Hopefully it gives a different option for him to do something, but I doubt it. I think it's just one of us takes the shot and then the fight starts. But realistically, we should be able to take a shot on one of the leaders as well. Yeah, nope. Kind of expected, but disappointing. And there I am in the front. Not ideal. Ooh, but we did get initiative, which is rare. So, who are going to be their leaders? Well, you're a leader, level 4. Actual leader trait. Level 2, level 4, level 2, 2, and 2. Alright, so you guys are the bigger threats. And specifically, we want to take out their leaders because we've learned that their buffs suck. So that's cool. Full cover. If I stood there, I wouldn't actually be able to take the shot. Let's have me move here. I still can't take the shot. Oh, because you're in half cover, which means we need to do a ranging shot to pull you out of it. Yeah, I don't have a shot on anyone. Fantastic. This is a terrible spot. But that one is just because you're in cover. So we'll do a ranging shot to get you to stand up. I could go here, which means we get a bonus on attacking you as well. Oh, but you've got a shield. Of course you do, which means we might not even be able to hit you anyway. What's your chance to block? 34. Okay, that's not terribly important. I was just thinking that we've got our bow skills, so we can go up another action. Aim shot negates distance penalties to hit at a cost of 40% damage. Okay. Interesting. Perfect. We actually got the shot off. Who is next here? Might just charge you guys forward. I kind of want to get someone up front because I'm worried they're going to charge in or do something dumb, or they're going to run over and kill them. Do we have movement through here? It looks like it. That's all movable, passable terrain. So maybe I'll send someone in that direction. Maybe US leave here. We'll send you two forward here, so that you can get ready to attack, but also block the way for enemies getting back to our ranged fellows. Two of you move forward. Then Aslifir. Aslif. Again, it's not... You don't say the R. I gotta remember that. You should not have your sling out. Please switch. I can't get you to switch. Of course not. Cool. Then you can poison Kettle's bow.
I'll help.
Good
Might
one,
as well.
thanks.
Then move forward. And Kettle should also have the aim shot. So 65% chance to hit just from where he is. If I aim shot, then it's a 95%. But he doesn't get to move forward, but that's not bad. 28 to 29 damage. Or I could move him forward, which might still get him up to the 95 range. But it's probably more sensible to have him farther forward. Yeah, still 95, but he does a lot better damage. Yep, that one hit the shield, but still poisoned him, so that's nice. Oh, I get to move you guys. Awesome. Run the heck away. please don't get snared. Most of them are in cover. You're not. But hopefully that means you guys are going to survive. Can I do anything further with you? Not really. And then I could actually move into cover, which I'm not opposed to. Okay. Oh, I definitely should have had her use a shout rather than attacking us. Or poisoning a bow. Like, getting SDR would have been a much smarter choice. Yep. He's gonna go down again, as always. Oh, he survived. Well, how about that? You... Except I feel like now we need healing. But damage reduction is so good. Alright, we're gonna go for damage reduction. Because as stated, it's super good. And then I will move forward and do the healing. As much as a shame as that is.
Ha! Very good!
Okay. Then Kettle could attack people. I want you taken out. You have charge. I have not given you charge, sadly. It's probably fine. Let's send you forward. Ouch. Oh yeah, get your sling. Come on, man. Okay, you still don't have charge. Good. I was worried I had made a mistake. If you hit him rather than the shield, he goes down. Perfect. That's what we're looking for. You can nearly take him down yourself. Yeah, so that only works if they have a shield, which they don't. Now, I think all you can do is... Either one of you nearly kills him. Concussed. Neat. So this wouldn't do damage, it would just get you on the opposite side, which would then give him flanking, so he could probably get the kill. And then there's no real benefit to you having wasted your turn. Just go for the attack. And then same with you. Then I could just move her there without penalty. So it didn't actually gain us anything by if we had moved through to get the flank. But yeah, let's just move you forward. And then Kettle, what do we do with you? Right, your attack chances are terrible because we're demoralized. can you get to a position where you can take out their other buffer? And the answer is no. Let's have you move forward into cover here. And then you should be able to shoot with very good chance. And poison. I'll have you take a step forward because no reason not to. And yeah, you guys I think are all basically fine. You're not, but can't really do anything about you. I can actually send you forward. I don't want to get you in the brambles so you get captured. But moving you that direction so you could potentially pin them down wouldn't be a bad call. Maybe next turn. And I'll just step into some cover. Yeah, we'll call that a good use of our turn. More demoralize, of course. Good block. Alright, so you could actually get over here and stab this guy. Since I always forget that you're apparently built to be a knife user, maybe I should. But also, Baldur's Favor. Therefore, hopefully reducing the chance that we get stunned. Oh, I should have had you switch to your knife and then moved you forward so you'd get attacks opportunity. That would have been the right call. I always forget that you can't switch freely. It says until you make an attack, but we do things that don't feel like attacks to me, but the game counts them as attacks. Alright. 40% is so bad. I want to do a quick attack, but we just can't. You're stunned. Could try to concuss you. What's your physical resistance? 44. I don't know. Try and concuss him. He resisted it. It's a shame. You pushed yourself back into fire? That's not what that move says it does. Oh. Making them concussed and then take one step back without incurring attack of opportunity. I was thinking that made them step back. No, it makes herself step back and she step back into the fire, which means she might actually take ongoing injuries. That sucks. Well, let's have you move over here. To attack them, hopefully killing them. Not quite. They'll die after they take their action. Bit of a shame. Concussed would have been nice because we might have been able to then not risk the shield block. I'm not even bringing it up to 55% as opposed to 40. Which might be worth it. Reduces the damage, but at least we're getting damage out. I mean, he might still block with his shield, or you might just miss. That's always a choice. 77, so we overcame the demoralize. So I can get that to a 95. Though I'm thinking if we used a ranging shot, we could get 2 good bow shots off. But chances are they'd still be blocked and we'd be wasting a ranging shot right there. So I'll go for the aim shot. Oh, and blocked. Not cool. Alright. Yeah, you're on fire, I know. Oh, you moved out of your hiding behind a tree. Please don't stun him again. Alright, we need to do more healing there. Ooh, you got yourself entangled. That is good for me. So we need you hit. You're in half cover, which means a ranging shot can get you to stand up. Though I might just start with using Nephia and Ace Leaf. Because we're going to move her out of the fire, obviously. Yeah, she's got an actual injury now. Please stop being on fire. So mad about how that played out. Like, I get it. Alright, you're not dead. I'm gonna drug you too. But you're poisoned, and if you use your bow, it'll be an attack of opportunity. So he's probably going to have to switch to a melee weapon that he's not going to be as proficient with. Let's move ourselves forward to do some healing here.
Very good!
Yes. Now, can you break through his shield? Probably. Didn't actually break the shield. That is a shame. Kettle does have a shot here. And not a bad one. Let's give you your ranging shot. And then you can do a quick shot. With probably decent chances. 61 is pretty good. If we're lucky, we'll just take you out right here. We are not lucky. That's all of us having gone. We could move some people around still. Let's move Ace Leaf here. And that means we can comfortably move you back, because I don't really want her to take the hit. And we could freely move because he had a bow, so we couldn't do an attack of opportunity. Alright. We'll throw you into some cover, just to make it harder for him to shoot you. Do I want to move anywhere? I think I'm fine here. Can you stop burning, please? Ooh, critical hit on me. Fantastic. Alright, please take him out. Alright, shield's broken. If you could move out of the way, Ace Leaf might be able to get there, and he can. So, let's move you in and take the attack. And then you can charge to take you out. There we go. She's probably gonna have a lasting injury. Yeah, moderate burn on her legs. No other lasting effects, and we did save all those guys without injury. Thanks to your quick intervention, none of the thralls were killed in the fighting. They watch you warily, unsure of what fate you have in store for them. A young man with only the sorry beginnings of a beard on his chin steps forward tentatively. Thank you. They captured and beat us. We're going to drag us away to serve as thralls. You may serve in Skjern instead. Serve well. I feel, you know, a little bad, but again, we need thralls. And we'll be better owners. You may serve in Skjern instead. Serve well. It'd be a shame to see good thralls go to waste. Conceited followers gain morale, open-minded have lost morale. Young man's face sets in a bitter mask. The gods are cruel. To grant hope and then dash it as a ship tossed against the shore. Yeah, sorry guys. A few minutes later. So those were probably the merchants, actually, that have been getting captured here. And we've just now enthralled them. Though arguably they were thralls already before we got here. At least I can make that claim. Good cloth armor, though very down in durability, but 17 base durability is pretty good. 20 is even better. Yeah, we've got a bunch of carts, we've got some animals. It's possible that those were schools' carts and animals, but it's also very possible that they belonged to these merchants. At least, who I suspect are merchants. Looks like we're approaching the edge of the map, so let's just explore. Right? Yeah, explore this area. Poisoned caltrops. Cool. Broadsword, not terribly valuable. Looks like that's as far as we can explore that way. Just trying to explore this whole edge while we can. Did we miss? No, that's the body that we saw had floated to there. Okay. So I'm betting that is the lights in the woods that were causing merchants to disappear. Probably. So where to explore to next? We still have that direction to go. Or we could keep heading down this way, which I think is going to be my intent. But I think this is a good stopping point. Next time we will keep exploring further into the marsh and see where it takes us. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys then. Bye.